So today we're going to talk about just some different ideas, like what's the definition of money? And we can talk about it, but I want you to go home and also look it up from the economic standpoint. And we talk about how money flows, money is current, or currency. What else? What else is money? One of my necessary. True that. One of my favorite definitions is it's a resource. What else you got?
It's significant. It's important to have.
Yeah, not necessary. But yeah, so yeah, you got to know what money means to you. Because what money is not supposed to be, it is not supposed to be self-confidence. But a lot of times that's what it is for people. You see what I'm saying? Right. Or when they don't have any, their confidence is way down here. Money is not supposed to be control of other people. But we know that's what people try to make money. Money is not supposed to be an addiction. But people make it an addiction. Money is not supposed to be worshipped. So that's why it's important for you. I don't like to use the word figure out, but it's important for you that on this journey you discover what money is. Not just what is it to you, but what is it? We live in a world where everybody's on this my truth crap, your truth. You can't tell me what my truth ought to be. It's like, no, that's your truth and the truth are different. Your truth is, I heard a comedian say, me and my roommate had a disagreement. That was her truth. The truth is, you live with your mama. It's not a roommate. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that's what people do. They shape their truth contrary to the truth. And so that's why it's not, well, what is money to you? No, a lot of folks, money to them is this stuff. And that's your truth. But we want to talk about the truth, what money really is. And so it's important for you guys to really look at money and say, what is it really? What is the truth about money? Not my truth. Not all of the negative stuff I've put on top of not knowing what money truly is. You see what I'm saying? I really want to, I'm working on setting up and I got to see how we can do this because we got to go during the day and during the week. I'm looking at setting up a trip to the Federal Reserve. You know what the Federal Reserve is, right? What is it? Huh?
That's where the money is made.
That's where the money is made.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It's such an enlightening trip. It's such an enlightening tour. They have money from 100 years ago in there. They show you all the money that's going to burn, that's just old that they don't use anymore. They tell you the history of money and how it works and who creates who has a hand in creating the percentage rates and like it's a beautiful enlightening for what money really is. You know what I mean? Because money also is freedom. So once I work out the logistics, because I got to call them and tell them how many people are coming. So like I said, we got to see how we can make it work during the day, and it's free. And they'll take it's when I tell you it's an amazing tour, it's mind blowing. So you guys will love it. You guys will love it. You know, there's 12 districts that make money. There's only 12 places that make it, that actually make it. That letter on your money, you know what I'm talking about? It's a letter on your money. That F6, that tells you what district your money was made in. That's what it's for. You know. So anyways, what is the definition of money? What is money? Not what is money to you, but really what is it? You know, you got to know what is it. So start to research and study that. What is money?
You want to come back with an answer?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
The definition that we should be looking at is, as far as an economic standpoint.
Yeah, like what is it really? What is it really? And you should find a lot of information about it. A lot of wealthy people's definition of it. A lot of the college definitions of it. And so we can really talk about it. It should really enlighten you when it comes to it. Because money is value, you know, all those different things. So, and then what is your personal view? Then what is your personal view of money? And so, tell me some of that now. What is your personal view of money?
Personal view, I would say that my personal view of money is to get bills paid.
Okay.
Basically, that's the basics of it. I know it's more to it, but
Right, but that's your personal view, is just to get bills paid. What about you, Sophia? Anything?
My personal view is to use it as a tool, to use it as a resource, like you mentioned as far as getting the bills paid, but I feel like there is so much more that can be done, you know, as far as with charities and helping other people or setting up your own business. And,
like, for instance,
the money that you...
Like, take a look at this building that we're in.
Yeah.
This building that we're in,
it's an idea of someone
it's money.
It's money.
Money made this happen. Yeah, and somebody's, like, how do you get what's in here and in here out? And that's the hard, you know, and I like to ask that question to myself a lot of times. Like, you got an idea, you got a vision, you see something in your head. How do I get what's in here and what's in my heart? How do I get it out? How do I make it exist? How do I make it to where I can touch it? You know, and so when you're talking about money, this is a reflection, this room is a reflection of money. The paint on the wall is a reflection of money. The pictures on the wall, the carpet, the table. Do you understand what I'm saying? The man hours that it took to put this up. So when you walk down the street and you wonder what can money really do, look at that building over there. Money did that. You look at Coca-Cola. It's been here for what, 100 years or so? Money built that. You understand what I'm saying? Along with ideas, but without the money, those ideas would stay at a certain place. You see what I'm saying? The idea I have for my comedy club, it's an idea, but without money, the idea just kind of stays there. Because how can I pay the comedians? You know, how can I pay for the building that it's in? How can I pay for the food that we're eating? Money is so much more, like you said, than just getting the bills paid. Everything you see is a reflection of money. Ideas and money. And so when we look at our own lives and I say, okay, in my life, what I know how to do with money is pay my bills. But then you look at that and say, all I know how to do with money is get my bills paid. And then you look at somebody else and say, I don't know who it is, but somebody took their money and look what they did with their money. So how come I only know how to do this with my money and then somebody could go do that with theirs? So money is capable of doing anything. It's our ability to know how to make money do it. You see what I'm saying? What is your view of long-term investing? What is your view of investing?
Ownership, property, having the ability to do the things that I enjoy, doing.
Well, no, what do you literally think about investing?
Oh, what do I think about it? Okay.
I think when you invest for future.
Mm-hmm.
Future things that right now you can't see, but in the long run, it'll pay off benefits.
Right. Because like when I think about investing, I think about security. That's what I think about money coming in where I don't have to go get it. My view of investing is it is necessary if I want to retire well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's your view of investing?
No,
And don't say what I say.
yeah, that's not only with that, but investing so that in the long run, my family is secure.
Yep.
My children are secure. My grandchildren.
Yeah. When I think of investing, I think about my grandkids. They aren't even here yet. There's nowhere. My oldest son ain't but 20, 21, something like that. But when I think of investing, I think of them. They're in my mind. Investing has to happen. Like fear doesn't come to my mind when I think about investing, like it does for some. Just scariness doesn't come to my mind. Getting ripped off doesn't come to my mind when I think of investing. So you got to think what are your thoughts about investing? Like how do you feel about it, and what's your interpretation of it? So many people have such a negative view of investing, but it's absolutely necessary to do anything. And like I tell you guys all the time, one of my fundamental concepts for investing is we're investing in something always. The shirt you have on, if it came from Dillard's, you invested in Dillard's. You gave them some money, and they took that money, they spent that money on something to make them more money. You spent that money on something to put in the closet, and that money's gone. You see what I'm saying? So you're already investing. And I think that's one of the things that we have to really look into. We're already investing. You're already investing. And money is going down the tube because you're investing in a way that doesn't bring you any returns. That doesn't bring you even the chance of a return. There we go. Yeah, this is something I think about. What is your concept of credit?
It should be good. We're going to leave that alone, but it should be good.
Did you talk to what's his name? Whatever you needed from him?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it should be good. It definitely should be good.
Right. But what's your idea? What is credit to you? What do you see it as?
Credit to me is basically using, in a sense, other people's money to get something now that you could pay back at a later time. But it's also not using like your physical money. So you could kind of like delay things that you don't have to necessarily use your own money to get up front.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, when you do purchase something on credit or whatever, you make an agreement to pay it back. But definitely, paying things on time to increase or boost your credit is a good opportunity.
Right.
I think we could use credit in a lot of different situations to get things,
Right.
for investments and stuff like that. I think that we should keep it good so it's more, or they want to
Right.
extend you a line of credit or extend you
Yeah,
more.
like you said, buy more. That's why
So-
credit is your word.
It's like
That's
your
one of the
obligation,
ways
basically,
that this word of money knows that you have some level of integrity. Your credit is your word. You know what I'm saying? It's how Dillard's knows if you would keep your word. It's how the car dealership knows that you'll keep your word and pay me back. Your credit is your word. You know, it's the ability to be honest. You know, it's kind of like, you know, we talked about influence. Remember at the seminar, Martha? And I said one of the ways that people gauge whether they want to follow you as a leader is if what comes out of your mouth actually happens. Right. It's so if what you're saying is not congruent with what you're doing, we don't believe you. You know, if what's coming out of your mouth isn't able to be seen eventually, we don't believe you. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with credit. I heard a girl say, I hope this camera can catch me because I'm finna sit down and talk a little bit. I heard a girl say that when a man marries a woman, she said he has perfect credit. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. And she said, yeah. What he doesn't understand is every time he says something that doesn't happen, he's eating into his credibility. That's what credit is. Credibility, ability to have credit with me. And I was like, wow, that's pretty powerful. And that's the same thing. When you're not paying your bills, and I'm not trying to shame anybody, just giving you ideas. When GMC, you go to GMC and say, hey, can I get that truck? And so they look at your credit, they look at your history, and they say, well, no, Sophia, you don't keep your word when you tell people you're going to pay them back. So we're not going to give you this truck. So you have no credibility. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the same idea with life. Do you have credibility with people? When you say something, does it happen? Is what you're saying congruent with how you're behaving? Right. So when you tell the bank, I'll pay you back if you give me that, and then you don't, what you're saying is, you can't trust me with money.
I don't know, sometimes circumstances.
Is it?
You can be honest.
Now watch this. I get circumstances, but watch this.
You can be honest.
Okay,
Be
Martha,
honest.
let's say this. I owe you $500. You gave me your light bill money.
Mhm.
Your lights need to be paid by Friday, right? And I told you, I'm in a jam. I'm stuck. It's Monday. You got your $500 for your lights, or they're gonna turn your lights off. And I say, I need the $500, Martha. I'm in a jam. I promise you, I'll pay you back Thursday. Right? I promise I will. And you say, okay, I believe you. You'll pay me back. And you say, Joseph, I gotta have that money back because I gotta pay my lights, or they're gonna turn my lights off. And I say, okay, I got you. I'm gonna pay you back. I promise. And then, let's say, huh? Yeah, let's say life, yeah, what you call life. Let's say life happens. And Thursday comes around, and I tell you, I don't got it. But life happens. I tell you, Martha, I'm sorry to tell you, but life happened. I'm still, look, I'm still a nice guy. I'm still a sweetheart, but life happened, Martha. And now your light's going to get turned off tomorrow. See how you change your tune? So life does happen. But what did you just learn? I'm not giving him no more money. But why would you say that? Because life happened. It's not my fault. Life happened. And that's how you were about to say for yourself. Well, Mr. Car Note people, life happened. All they know is, I guess life did, but what I know is, I'm not giving you no more money. So life happening is no good excuse to not do what you say you're going to do.
And that just reminds me, like, when I was in New York, how one of my cousins was like, oh, Lord, can you help me with this? You know, you need a mattress, you know. So I put it on my Macy's card, and she made like 2 payments, and then she stopped paying.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, calling her, you know, not texting her at that time, but just trying to reach out to her. I mean, she did not keep her word at all.
Right.
And it was just the fact that in order to protect my own credit or, you know, my responsibility, that I had to turn around and pay off her
Right.
interest, you know. But,
I get it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking the fact that life happens. It does.
Yeah. It's just the fact that when you have experiences like that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it just really puts up more of a guard on what people that you would basically try to.
Right. Now think about your credit when you want to go build a building. And they say, we're not giving you no money, because guess what they got? Because they got a guard up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, investor man, you're an investor. Can I get such and such, such and such? They got a guard up. Because what you're showing them is you don't know what to do with money. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about money, it's so much more powerful. It's why we have to understand it. And don't get me wrong, even with credit, the bankruptcy laws and the fact that a company can write off a debt, get it back in taxes, sell it to a debtor, all of those different things that can go down. So I'm not saying you got to go on your credit and pay every bill that you haven't paid. I'm not saying that. They have laws where there's sometimes you have to, sometimes you don't have to. They can come off. You know, laws and periods and years and things of that nature. Wealthy people, lots of wealthy people file bankruptcy all the time and don't have to pay any of those bills. And then tomorrow they open up a new company in another name.
Like Trump.
Yeah. But watch this now. Let's take him for instance, right? Yeah, he's filed. He's not the only one.
Oh yeah, he's not doing.
He's filed, but he'll do something, get investor money for it, and then file bankruptcy. I'm not saying that was his goal. I'm saying maybe it did fall through. Maybe it just didn't work. But instead of paying everybody back, he just filed bankruptcy, and now he don't have to pay everybody back. Is that wrong? Well, yeah, that's wrong. Well, it's legal. Do you see what I'm saying? So, well, his character is off, maybe, but it's here to protect his business, and I understand that. I don't know that I would do it that way, but all I'm saying is understand this stuff. Know what's out there. Know what laws are here to help you with your money, with your credit. And when you do, if you do, pay somebody or whatever to get your credit fixed and you're taking stuff off and all this, at that point you say, I'm not going to mess this up anymore. When I make a promise to somebody, I'm going to keep it. And I'm not going to promise to pay a person back and if I can't do it. You see what I'm saying? And now you rebuild your credit, i.e. rebuilding your credit and keeping your word. It still comes back down to the very bottom line is when people look at your credit, they see it as your word. I don't know why I'm so, not necessarily tired, I'm just a little weak, like I need to eat something maybe.
What's the difference in credit and the FICO score?
Credit and the FICO score?
FICO score. What's
Do you mean your credit score?
Yeah, the FICO score.
That's your credit score.
That is the credit. Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's your credit score. I can just, yeah, I believe that's your credit score. Yeah.
Okay.
Then and have embraced bill paying strategically. The goal is not to just get the bills paid. If that's your only goal, then that's all you'll ever get good at. We get good at the stuff we try to get good at. And we tend to fall short of the stuff we try to get good at. That's why you have people say, what they say, reach for the stars and you hit the moon, or reach for the moon and you hit the, you know what I'm talking about? And so if your goal is to pay the bills on time, that is not a bad goal. But if that's your goal, that's all you ever do is get the bills paid. Your goal ought to be something like financial independence. That's my goal. Or even if your goal is to get the bills paid, my goal is to have my investments pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be strategic. It can't just be my goal is to get all the bills paid every month. That makes sense to you?
Definitely.
Sorry. Sorry.
Can you talk about the investment as far as the one that you just mentioned about investing and getting a quarterly return?
Yes, I mean, we could talk about that off I don't want to mess up their class time. Because the two people that couldn't be here, Elaine has to work and I think Andre has a meeting. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, you know, but I don't want to mess up their class time because they get these videos because that's what they're paying for. So yeah, raise bill paying strategically, not just to pay the bills, but to get somewhere. Remember what we talked about a few weeks ago? What are you trying to do? What are you consciously trying to make happen? You know what I'm saying? I am consciously trying to make happen that my grandchildren are born with money. That I'm actively working on that. You know what I'm saying? I am actively trying to get my income up to $15,000, $20,000 a month. Like I am consciously working on it. And I want to do that in a way where I don't have to wake up. No, I want to wake up. I don't want to, right. I don't have to get out of the bed for it to happen. I can be in Thailand and it's still happening. But I'm consciously trying to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm putting the pieces together for that to happen. With the comedy club, with the investments, with the real estate. We're looking at 4 houses we're trying to buy right now. So I am actively, consciously right now trying to do it, putting the pieces together, finding the people, finding the money. Like I'm working on that. So I'm not just hoping. I hope I make 10 grand a month one day. I hope I make 50 grand a month one day. I don't hope. I'm working on it. And even if I come short of 50 grand, maybe I hit 40. Maybe I hit 30. That's okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So consciously, strategically working on something more than just getting the bills paid. And I put on here, we got to learn to navigate spending in a very specific way and direction and with a purpose as you begin to earn more money.
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, you gotta learn to navigate spending in a specific way with direction and purpose as you begin to earn more money. You can't just keep spending like you used to. And for instance, I spent $500 to go to this gala. You know why I'm going? Because it's going to be fun. No, that's not why I'm going. I'm going because I want to meet some of the people that's going to be there. So I'm spending money in a very specific way. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In the direction and with purpose that I want to go. Like when I go to like take somebody to lunch or something, right? You remember Ken?
Yeah.
Ken's company does, I don't know, $48 million a year or something like that. A whole lot of money. So when I go to, even if I'm tapped a little bit, when I go to lunch with Ken, I say, I'll take care of it. Why would you do that? He's the rich one. Let him pay for it. No. I'm going to sow into him. Why? Because I'm spending with a specific direction and purpose. I'm not just going out to eat because I'm hungry. I'll go home and eat. You see what I'm saying? Well, but I saw you go out the other day. No, I went out with Ken because it was a specific direction and purpose I did that. Why? Because he makes $48 million a year. I'm going to go sit and learn some stuff. He's got some connections he wants me to meet with. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a reason I spent that money. You can't keep spending the way you used to spend. What is the purpose? Is it specific? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to make happen? Who was it that we were talking to? Oh, a friend of mine, her name is Tiffany. And I was on the radio. She's one of the co-hosts on the radio. And she was talking about, as she's been hanging around me and on the radio with us, she said, what I'm learning is what I'm spending my money on. And how much money I spend, it has nothing to do with what I say I want in life. Think about that. How much money are you spending on something that has nothing to do with what you say you want? Like, I'm not just going to the movies for no reason. You know what I mean? I'm not just going out of town for no reason. I'm not just going shopping for no reason, for clothing. Bump that. Like, now when I go buy suits because I need some new work clothes. And guess what? They're a tax write-off. So I still spend with a specific direction and purpose for where I'm trying to go. It's not just for fun. I see a new shirt, that's a cute shirt, I'm going to buy it. No, for what? I got 6 cute shirts in the closet, I'm straight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why are you spending it? You gotta, how did I write it? You gotta navigate your spending in a specific way. As you're learning to earn more money, you can't keep spending like you're spending. And think about it. I tell people, you want to know what's important to people? If I said, I wonder what's important to Sophia. And Sophia said, well, what's important to me is this and that and this and that and my future is so, right? All of that. I said, okay, I hear you, Sophia. I said, let me see your bank statement for the last month. And I'll tell you what's important to Sophia because of what she spends her money on. Do you get that? Mm-hmm. Look at, and when we leave, write it down. Go look at your bank statements for the month.
Well, I look at mine, I look at mine all the time, and I look at my daughter. The things that I do get is mostly like paying bills, food items, you see going out, to eat. But the majority of the things are pre-specified and going into that direction where I'm not just loosely spending money, but they're going into buckets of what needs to get done. So I think I'm pretty good with the direction that it's going in. And like I said, paying off, like soon to pay you off, soon to pay off the credit card. And then it would be like the medical bills that I incurred from my last job. I think that would be good. So it's focused, it has a specific reason, those reasons are being met. Do I go out, like if I have, an event to go to, if I have to bring a gift or whatever, I'm doing those things as well. But I think as far as channeling it, I'm not just like fraudulent, like fruitly just spending
right.
here, there, like, when I was in New York where I said, okay, I go shopping this week, that week,
right.
or week or whatever.
Out of all of that,
more
remember,
More
not
specific.
just getting the bills paid. And I'm not saying answer
And-
this right
and
now.
trying to save
What are
too.
you spending your money on right now? And again, you don't have to answer it.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to answer it. But what are you spending your money on that's getting you the things you want,
Well,
and not just paying bills?
yeah, like, well, I mean,
And again, you don't have to
really
answer that.
necessities and stuff like that, things that you need.
Right.
So-
But even that, I knew a guy, as he was building his life, he ate rice and ketchup. I kid you not. It's the nastiest thing in the world to me.
Oh no, it's good. It's actually good.
But he ate that. But that's all him and his family, rice and ketchup. But I watched him while they ate nothing but rice and ketchup. I watched them build what they were after. Do you see what I'm saying? So so that's what I'm saying. Like, look at what you're spending on, and is it for books? Is it for classes? Is it for seminars? Do you see what I'm saying? Is it for the bricks that you need to build that building? Is it for the license that you need to do it? Like, or is it on all that other stuff? Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what, like, one day I looked inside of my own account, and all I saw was consumption on me, from bills to food, but none of it had any, specific ways that I was building to get where I wanted to go.
Oh yeah, and charity.
And charity, yeah, and charity.
And insurance and all that stuff.
So anyways, look at that. So I said, navigate your spending in a very specific way with direction and purpose as you make more money. How personal labor saves money, makes money, and costs money. And what I'll give you a very...
Go ahead and say that.
How personal labor saves money, makes money, and costs money. You ever seen somebody, and actually add in there, well, we'll talk about it. You ever seen somebody say, I could do it myself, to save money, and it winds up costing money? Because it took them 3 weeks to do it, because they want to do it themselves. When, if you had just paid the $100 that it cost to do it, that would have saved you money in the long run. And time is money. So in an effort, so they thought that their personal labor was going to save them money or make them money, but it really cost them money. And then, but sometimes it does. Sometimes your personal labor does make you money, because I do it myself, and I can actually do it myself. You ever seen somebody say, I found a flight for $19.99. You just got to go, we got to go to Dallas, then we're going to be a layover in Dallas for 3 hours, then we got to get on that plane and go to New York, and then we're going to be a layover for a day, and then when we, and then we're going to get from there, then we're going to fly to California. I know that's out of the way, but but then we're going to fly back and we'll wind up in Philly.
Exactly.
It's like, dude, that didn't save you no money. But people do it all the time. I'm going to go 2 or 3 miles out of the way to the gas station that's 2 cents cheaper. The time it took you to go, you've lost money. So you've got to be able to recognize the value of your personal labor. You got to be able to recognize when you should be doing it yourself and when you should be paying somebody to do it. You gotta be able to monetize your time, or understand the monetization of your time. Everything that you do has a monetary value. We just don't know how to put it on there. You understand that? And what I'm calling personal labor is everything you do. Everything you do, everywhere you go, everything you pick up is personal labor. Does that make sense? Because you're doing the work. You got that? So everything that you do has a monetary value to it if you know how to assign one. And once you know how to assign the monetary value to your personal labor, you recognize what saves you money, what costs you money, what makes you money. Y'all follow me with that? Every decision you make has a monetary value. You sitting here has a monetary value. When you go to work, it has a monetary value. When you hang out with your girlfriend at the movie theater, it has a monetary value. You say you're going to a party Saturday, today? That has a monetary value. This is my question, though. In that monetary value, and I'm not, it's not for me to decide, it's for you to know and decide. In the monetary value for the things that you do, is it saving you money, costing you money, or making you money? You get that? I'm going to the movies tonight. Okay, is it saving you money, costing you money, or making you money? My mom's in town and we're going to the festival today. Okay, is it saving you money, costing you money, or making you money? And the people say this, well, you gotta go have fun every now and then. But guess what? That's a part of the process of making you money. Because when I go to the movies, I go to the movies for me as a way to recreation. Or the word recreate means recreate. So I go to the movies to recreate myself. Guess what that does for me? Makes me more money. Do you see what I'm saying?
How?
Because if I don't take the time to make sure my mind is right, how do I make more money? Yeah. Recreation is not something you do when you find time. Recreation is something you must do if you want to be successful. Because if you're not careful, what do we say? I wasn't always like this. This world will turn you into somebody you don't want to be. Situations that you deal with will turn you into somebody you don't want to be. Things that you've seen, things that you've been involved in, situations will turn into somebody you don't want to be, right? Well, I can't afford for that to happen. So that's why I have my recreation time. What is recreation? What does the word? Break it down. Recreate yourself. So I take time to recreate me because I can't let this world recreate me because it will. So I don't go to the movies just because it's fun. I go to the movies for recreation. So when I go to the movies for recreation, it actually makes me money in the long run. You see what I'm saying? So, and just because I can afford something doesn't mean I buy it. But watch this. Just because I can't afford something doesn't mean I don't. Everything I do is with this mindset. Does it save me money, make me money, or cost me money? So do you get that? Your personal labor, what you do, where you go, what you put your hands to, where you are, what you say, what you're involved in, engaged in. Does it make you money, cost you money, or save you money? Those are the questions I ask myself. And I don't care what people think. We all gonna be over here. I ain't going. Why? Because it doesn't make me money, cost me money. I mean, it doesn't make me money or save me money. It's going to cost me money to go with you, or to be there, or to engage in that. Everybody needs fun. I'm good right now. I don't need to recreate myself. I don't need recreation in this moment. You see what I'm saying? Now I might go because, okay, the president of Vice Star Bank is going to be there. I'm there. Why? For fun? No. Because I want to meet him. And that can potentially make me money. So, do you see what I'm saying? So everything that you do, does it make you money, cost you money, save you money? And even when you say, well, I had to take some time to hang out with my wife. Well, that saves you money. That makes you money. When your wife is happy, when the household is done well, It makes more peace of mind for you. You can be more creative. And it makes you money in the long run. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to get you to see. Everything that you do, all of your labor, it carries with it a monetary value. But you have to know what that is. Which goes back to, and you can't just keep spending. Oh, it's 12:30. I'm going to go to this last one real quick. Learning to give strategically and receive strategically. Strategically and give strategically. Give strategically and receive strategically. I apologize. Did I say it wrong?
I think you could say like give and give.
Oh, okay. My bad. Give and receive strategically. I don't give everywhere.
How do you receive strategically?
All money ain't good money.
Is that within that sense? All money is not good money?
Imagine this. You ever seen in a movie or something where some guy helped a lady out of a jam and now he expects something in return? I wouldn't have received from him.
Right. Or someone that you know, it's used that money to, got it from people that were on drugs, sold drugs to them, received money, and then you're receiving it, and, that's not.
Say that again?
Like, say, for instance, a drug dealer, they're selling to people, and that it's
They're selling
destroying-
drugs,
it's
right?
destroying the
And
lives
then
of
they're going to
other
give you
people
some money.
and give you that
Yeah, I don't
money.
want that money.
So it's like you don't want to receive that kind of money.
Right.
But,
But
also,
but
since we're-
but that's the thing. We know that. That's a huge one. We kind of know
Yeah,
that one.
Right.
But
the people that give to you, but they want things back in return.
yeah, something like that is the thing
Like
we
a
don't pay
sexual
attention
favor,
to.
something like that.
Sexual favor,
Yeah.
or I've dealt with people who say, "I want to invest in your company." Mm-mm. Why? What do they do? Nothing. I can just tell they're not business minded. They're gonna be more drama.
Yeah.
They're gonna get on my nerves about what's happening. They're gonna get on my nerves about where's the return? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here? Are we there yet? Are we there? No, you keep your money. I don't receive from everybody. You see what I'm saying? I'm aware, and now I'm good. We don't need investors. Because you're not a good giver. You know what I mean?
You're not a good giver.
You don't understand business. You're going to get on my last nerves, and before you know it, it's been a week done gone by, and you want to know why haven't I got my return check yet, and you're going to be on the news telling people I'm shady. It's been a week, brother. Do you see what I'm saying?
Give it some time for things to happen, right?
Yeah. So I don't take investment money from everybody. I don't take favors from everybody. There's women I won't take stuff from. No, I'm straight. And it's not just money. It's anything. I'll give you a ride. No, I'm good. I will never be in a car with you alone. It's not happening. And so that's what I mean when I say a strategic receiver. You got to know that's not good money. I'm not taking it. That's not a good ride. I'm not taking it. That's not a good favor. I'm not taking it. That's not good help. I'm not taking it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a strategic giver. I don't give everywhere. I give, but I don't give everywhere. I give a lot. I just don't give everywhere. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I give in places that are good ground. I give in places where I'm positive or pretty positive that I'm going to have a return. And that's whether I'm investing money in something or my time in something, you know what I'm saying? Or my help in something. If I don't think it's going to give me a return, I'm not doing it. And it's like, well, that's selfish. No, not at all. I got a young lady right now, right? That wants me to mentor her. And I said, fine, I'll do it. You're super sharp. I said, what I need you to do is help me out, though. Kind of like what I told you. You can't afford to pay me. You can't afford to do that stuff. Fine. I would imagine you would be worth it. You know, so help me out with the business. I'll mentor you. I'll coach you. And I said, we haven't hung out yet. Not in a bad way. I said, hey, read this book and do this. And so I said, you got the book yet? No. I said, okay, I'm not hanging out with you yet. I'm not finna give you my time yet. I'm not finna, you see what I'm saying? Because you may not be good ground. I just told you to do something, you didn't do it. Something simple. I'm not finna sit with you over an hour and give you advice. When I said, this is a great book, go read it, and you didn't. Because that was good advice. Do you see what I'm saying? And so again, so I don't just mean money. I mean time. I mean energy. I mean, I don't give everywhere. I do give a whole lot. I just don't give everywhere. I'm very picky where I give. It's got to be some kind of return that I believe is going to come about. It's got to be some kind of value there for me to give to it. You guys understand that? It's got to be, yeah, fertile ground, good ground. No farmer would ever sow in ground that doesn't produce. Not a good one. No gardener would ever sow in dirt that ain't going to grow nothing. Not a good one. So would you call that, would you say to that farmer, you're being mean? How come you don't put no seed in that dirt over there? Well, that dirt over there is just like, it's fallow ground. It's dry dirt with no real soil, no real earth, no moisture. It's not gonna produce anything. Well, you being mean. You kind of judgy, ain't you? No, I'm not putting no seed in that ground. It's not gonna produce nothing. And you've got to be that way with your giving. So I'm not saying don't give. If you love to give, great. Keep giving, but give in places that have value in the return. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I don't give to every nonprofit. I don't give to every church. I don't give to everybody with their lights off. I don't give to...
Yeah.
I'm very picky of the people I choose.
Yeah. I've had to learn that, like, you know, the hard way because I was always a giver. I was always... And that's why God keeps me, like, blessed because when you sow so much into other people's lives or ministries, but it was just, like, the same, like, with family. You know, I was a person I couldn't say no because I was raised to help. You know, I was raised in the church to just help people, to, you know, you'll see your brother.
A lot of people in church teach you to give with no real teaching them how to give.
So it's like, I was just always like, family needs this, this, and this, and then they end up getting me in a lot of trouble. You know,
right.
Brother, you know, used my insurance, and then parked the car in New York, and then I had all these tickets, over $800 in tickets.
Now you looking crazy.
Sister, got my license suspended, helped him.
Right.
You know,
so guess what the world sees you as
so
at that point?
Like,
you're a poor steward.
Right. So,
this is why you have to be giving to places that are valuable and good ground, because if you're giving to anything else, you're now a poor steward.
Right, so that's why I'm like, I had to learn it like the hard way and just like, no, lend this person money, did that, $500 going down the drain because of that person or that person. So it's like, I had to learn the hard way, you know.
Right.
And now it's definitely different. I still give it to ministry, to people, to my family, but I'm also conscious.
You're choosier.
I'm more conscious of what people I'm giving to, how they're, what are they going to do with it? Do they really value it? Or, you know, so I'm not just like, and even with the church too, I'm like, okay, is it service in the community? Do I see the outreach? Do I see things that are happening? How the value that church brings
gotcha.
to
Yeah,
the
absolutely,
community,
absolutely.
You know, what are they using their money on? You know, is it doing missionary work or whatever?
Right. So that's right. That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
just definitely thinking.
So that's it for today. Now, next week we're going to start the selling. We're going to start the making money. I'm going to read a parable, a story I like, a proverb, and that's going to set it off. We're going to talk about it, but what we're going to have to start to look at now, because after we meet the last one in May, the last, first and third, so the third Saturday in May, right? When we're done with that day's class, the homework is going to be make $50 before you come back to this class. You see what I'm saying? So this is when it gets fun. And we really get to start talking about what's going on inside of your mind, your confidence, your negotiation, your communication, your feel. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this, don't punk out. Don't quit. If you don't say, oh, so what? We talk about what happened. We talk about why. We talk about what they said. Then what did you say? Then what did they say? Then what did you say? You should have said this. Da, da, da. You got it. You got it. Now this time go sell $50 again. You see what I'm saying? And when we're done, I promise you, by the time we're done at the end of June, the end of July, you will be able to go out and make money when you feel like it. Because again, where does money come from? And my boys will tell you, God. I say, okay, yeah, it comes from God. How does God get it to you? Through other people, because other people got the money. They ain't coming out of heaven, right? So the money. So when it comes from God, He gets it to you through other people. And how do you get it from those other people? Do you know? You ask them. Yeah, right. How? No, you give them a good or a service. So we're not going to be talking about the money we make from our jobs. That's trading hours for dollars. What we're moving into now is how to get the people to give you money for your good or your service.